Hi everybody, I am Faisal Shah and you are in the Midnite Story. The last three story is the story that I experienced myself, but this one is the story that I heard from a friend, or you could say that a story that going around, the one they call an urban legend. When I was in my secondary school, I was sent into a boarding school and I stayed in a dorm room. It was 2004 and at that time, if you are called as a boarding school student, you should know the story well. The story goes like this. A male student wanted to burning a midnight oil and go to the school in the middle of the night, so he could focus on the studying. When he arrived in one of the classroom, he switched on the light, and to his surprise, there was another male student sitting on the desk studying. It startled him because when he arrived at the classroom was dark and he thought there was no one there. The student said, "Hey man, what are you doing in the dark?" The other male student didn't reply him, but just gave him a faint smile. The student took a seat in front of the male student and thought to himself, well, at least I got a company tonight. After 10 to 20 minutes of studying, the student got to thinking that he don't recognize the male student behind him. So the student turned his body around to ask the male student which classes he is from, but then stopped himself because when he turned around, the male student already looking at him, this time with a smile on his face. And it creeped the student out because he turned around spontaneously to ask the male student, but the male student already staring at him as if he was staring at him the whole time. He covered himself by smiling and said, no, never mind, and turned back around. He starts to feel uncomfortable. However, he put himself back into focus, remembering that in a couple of days, he will have a test. Another 30 minutes went by. The student feels weird because he doesn't hear any sounds at all from behind him. No writing sound with pencil, no books flipping sound, nothing at all. He's too afraid to look back, so he drops his pencil and pretends to pick it up back to take a peek. And when he looks in between his legs, he can't see the male student leg, and he quickly looks at his right to catch a glimpse of the student behind him because he is too afraid to look all the way at his back. And there, he still can see a glimpse of the male student still sitting behind him. He gets goosebumps all over his body, and he said without looking back, "Hey, you know what? I think I'll head back to the dorm." And just when he's standing up, the male student behind him replied with a whispering voice, "Do you want to go back? Or do you already know?" The student fainted then and there. Another student found him the next morning. And that is all. An urban legend from my boarding school. I hope you enjoy that. Till we meet again. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.